What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack.
We got lights.
Yeah, that's what we got, lights. You saw it. Wanted to help me big time yesterday, hang these lights up. They're Amazon lights, as y'all saw in the last one. I got them unboxed and put together, and she came out here and helped me hang them up, and I totally hack shacked it. I drilled holes in the purlin up there and just zip tied them to the ceiling. I couldn't come up with a better way with the crap I have here, so that's what we did, and it works. I haven't taken these other lights down yet because I want to make sure these are not going to go out in 3 days, but so far, so good. What do you think about them?
They're bright.
Yeah, they brightened it up in here a lot. I think what I'm going to do now is, if they last, I'm going to put one in this area and then one in that area over there. But had a couple people complaining about my lighting, so I'm trying to make it better. Which I've been needing to put lights in here anyway. So, anyways, if you want a beanie, she's making them.
Not this style, but another one.
Very similar. Same picture. The anyways is down here, and it's got a Hack Shack logo on it. So look her up on Facebook under Harvey's Craft Shack. That's where you can find them. Or I'll put a link to my Square store. They're on there, so check them out. All right, now back to your regularly scheduled Hack Shack program. This week, what went on? Completely gutted the Dodge cab. We decided to go ahead and rewire the whole truck because the harness wasn't, I don't know, up to par, I guess. Didn't really like it. Was gonna have to redo a ton of stuff anyway, so I just went ahead and ripped it all out. Got the dash out, and I am going to heavily modify this thing. I'm gonna pull this off because we don't smoke cigarettes in our trucks anymore. Gonna cut this off and then extend the whole dash like 4 inches to put the AC controls and the vents and stuff in. Shave the little defrost vent and all that, and then modify this area for the gauges. The proper rotor showed up, and something else. Oh, tailgate latches. They all showed up, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time on this week because we had ordered parts. I gutted the interior, and then 47 Chevy that I did a ton of work on last year finally came back from getting interior work and some paint work done on it, and I spent a few days on it. So yeah, there's that. I'll show you that in a minute. It's out in the back part of the shop on the big lift. On the C10, I thought I had her ready. Got the front end lined up, and on my manual stuff, and checked everything over. The bed was still a little bit out, so I readjusted it, and I actually texted the tuner, started making a plan, and then the freaking fuel rails started leaking. So I changed them. I put some holly rails on it Friday evening, and hopefully this week we'll get this thing tuned and it'll go well, and we can get her going. It's always something with these trucks. It had the original like 2001 fuel rails, plastic rails with a little round end cap, and they were leaking. They were actually leaking at the caps. And I saw I just happened to see something on Instagram, I think, of a reel of a truck that had caught on fire because the end cap blew off and went into the back of the alternator. And I said, no, we're not going to play that game. So put some holly rails on it, and I'll put the cover back on once everything's good to go. Just want to make sure it's all right. All right, Mr. T still hanging in there. Yes, I know this part of the shop is still dark, but I'm going to put some better lights in here, promise. All right, off to the back. All right, coming back to you from the frozen tundra, aka back of the Hack Shack. It's cold, but it's not negative 30. I don't know how y'all deal with it up north. Had a friend bring me a wrecked Tahoe that he bought for the LT. I guess it's a L83 5.3 with a 6-speed. It's out of a 2018. We're gonna put in a C10 that I built for him about 2 years ago. Really cool, short bed, 2415s, air ride, you know, but it's just got a small block in it. Womp, womp, womp. This is gonna fix that. So, insert picture of truck here.
Showing.
Gonna be a cool truck. Will be in future videos. This is Mr. Wayne's 47 Chevy that I built. Well, I say I built. I did a lot of work on it last year. It's on a full Acme chassis, coilovers, Fab 9 rear, big anti-roll bars, front and rear. It's got a hell of a chassis under it. These are not the wheels. These are the wheels that went to the paint shop and the interior shop. I have a picture of it with the proper wheels on it, but it doesn't have doors and stuff. I'll put it in here so you can
Showing.
see the wheels because they are killer. Billet Specialties, black and machine, just killer wheels. The truck is like a satin tan, killer color, with all black accents. I mean, there's a few chrome things, but most of all is black. Old bedwood. I don't know how long it's been in the truck, but for a long time. He daily drove this truck, and it had a 4.3 V6 in it for a long time, and finally decided to tear it apart and redo pretty much everything. We bought this like race inspired gas cap. Turned out really cool. I made these little taillight brackets for the original style lights. He's big on Texas, so he did it's got a lot of Texas stuff in this truck. That's his website. I put these Marquet taillight latches in. They work really good. Really clean up the back, get rid of the chains. Truck has it's a 370 forged pistons and rods. I believe it's a stock crank. It's got Brodex heads. Let me get my light over here. Motor sits real low in the chassis, and it's got a LS3 intake. I built this cover, but it is low. GoPro needs to work on their lighting. I swear my phone takes better videos than this GoPro does. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. If there's a setting that I'm missing for lighting in a GoPro, please let me know what it is, because I'm trying. Air filters in the fender. The AC lines are all tucked in the fender. Truck's got a 4L80. Let's see. All bare brakes, big 14-inch bears. Oh, let me show you the interior. This thing is a beauty. If you can see it, again, it's GoPro lighting. I built this console. It's built out of steel, and then Arjona's Upholstery in Pasadena wrapped everything to match the TMI seats. Built these covers over the seat bases, which used to hide the gas tank. Fabricated door panels, wrapped the dash. It came back here so I could reassemble some things. I had to put the gauges back in, all the knobs on everything. And this thing has MagnaFlow mufflers with tailpipes behind them, because on this chassis, you can't fit a muffler at the back. And on an LS, you really need a muffler as far back as you can get it. But this thing it's hideous. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. This thing just does not sound great. So I put some resonators on it. Didn't really help. So we did some research. I called a few people, called some buddies that have muffler shops, and they recommended Flowmaster, these 50 series. Well, I found Super 50 series. They're actually 5 inches tall instead of 4. So we went with those. I'll be putting those on this week, and then I think, he's got some Altman. The doors don't when I had it, the last time it was here, it didn't even have doors on it. He just brought me the cab, front end, and the bed, and I put it all on the chassis. And the painter helped him put the doors on and stuff. And they don't quite shut perfect. So we're gonna put, I think, Altman latches on it. But man, this thing is it's just turning out really good. See the Texas logo, and then I made him the little Texas pull for the console. I built all the AC channel, or whatever you want to call that. This thing, it's just a cool truck. I'll show you. I'll run the lift up and show you the bottom side. It's really pretty impressive. Okay, warning. It's a little dirty. It's been in a body shop for a couple of months. I'm gonna clean it all up before it goes home, but it is, she's a little dirty. But chassis is super clean. Not clean, it's super nice. Transmission controller, these mufflers. I had to put them up here because there is no room for a muffler back here with a step side bed. But, oh God, it's so loud. So, here's your little footage of the chassis. Golly, it's so dirty, I hate even showing it to you. Just know it'll be clean before it goes home. I don't send stuff out like this. Oh, and you might have noticed, I mentioned it in one of my other videos, the freaking tire machines had to go. They took up too much room. I'm not a tire man. I don't ever want to be a tire man. There's 27 tire shops within 10 miles of my house. And I'm probably underestimating that number. So tire machines are gone. I bought this morning actually at an estate sale we went to. 40 bucks for a parts washer. Never had one, always wanted one. Just, I don't know, too cheap to buy one. So I got that, and I bought some other random stuff. Milwaukee heat gun, and got some old, I'm gonna professionally, I mean, this might as well be freaking, what do you call that? It's as seen on freaking TV, leak stopper for the roof of the shack. I got some, the tin is actually riveted on up there in some spots. That's the way the building was made. So I'm gonna put that over those, and hopefully it stops leaking. And I'm gonna do that today. Oh yeah, one other thing. I'm not on here to push or bash products at all, but if I get something that's really good, I'm gonna tell you about it. And if I get something that's really bad, I'm gonna tell you about that too. I'm not gonna say the name, I'm just gonna put it in the video. But I bought a jump box from my tool guy, and he's gonna take care of me on it, I have no doubt. I'll trade it in on another brand. But man, it was a deal. It was on sale. He gave me a hell of a deal on it, and I appreciate it, but it's unusable. This thing wouldn't jump off the wreck truck, and then I charged it, and then it wouldn't jump off with 95% power, it wouldn't jump off my little 4-cylinder forklift. And then I charged it to 100% power, and it still wouldn't jump it off. Unusable, as far as I'm concerned. I put jumper cables on it, and 2 seconds it started with the milk truck. So don't buy one of these. Just don't buy it. Man, I'm having trouble with this outro, or whatever you want to call it. That pretty much wraps up this week, guys. Appreciate y'all watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. You'll see a lot more stuff like this. Thanks again. Later. Now I'm recording.
This is so weird.
It is weird.
Okay, so what I say again? Weekly update.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.